Welcome to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. I'm your host, Kletus Ray, and I want to apologize for last episode. Don't know what happened there, and I could probably go back and fix it, but who am I to be a quitter on that? I'm going to leave it. I don't know what went wrong. I tried to uploading another, podcast for last episode, and for some reason things were not working out too well, and I went and I tried to fix it, and I just knew something was going wrong, and I thought I uploaded something that was just a quality fucking podcast. Turns out that was not the case. It's not a quality podcast. I mean, it's still good stuff, so listen to it, but it jumps around a little bit, and it's all fucked up. And blame me, okay? Blame me. It's okay. Tell me I'm a dumb and I should quit, okay? Just say it. Just say it. Yeah, so I didn't record the last couple of days. It is Friday at noon right now. So that's cool. Friday at noon, and I'm just now starting my well, I've been at work already, but I'm starting now. I got quite a bit of a drive today. So I am going to Arkansas, and I'm just now leaving the shop. And I got to drive north to St. Joe from Kansas City to St. Joe, Missouri, and pick up a roll-off box that's halfway full of hazardous material. I believe, I don't know, I don't get a real description on my manifest here, but one guy was telling me, like, it's fertilizer. So it's nothing, it's just like some fertilizer that spilled out. And for some reason, it's got to go all the way down to El Dorado, Arkansas, to a facility down there that specializes in hazardous waste. And yeah, you could ask a bunch of questions like, why does it got to go that far? Hey, shut the fuck up. I'll take it further if they want. Okay? I want to drive. I want to get paid to drive this fucking truck. Okay? So the longer I got to drive, the better. The problem with today, which right now isn't a big issue, but it might become an issue, is I'm starting at noon. And we were having some issues with the client and then the disposal facility, but everything is resolved now. Everything is good, and I have a scheduled offload for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. Well, I'm not going to be there Saturday morning, but I will be there on Saturday. At some point in time, I'm going to be my hotel is 5 minutes away from there. And I am damn determined to make it to the hotel tonight and sleep and rest for 10 hours, reset my clock, and get the fuck going. Okay? I was actually, come on over, fucking GMC. Why are you fucking, hey man, get on the road. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Get on the road, GMC. What are you doing? What's his deal? I think he might be high as a kite. Why do I have my fucking engine brake on? There we go. We're all fixed. I'm driving the whole way. It's not crazy, but it's right at my max. I'm gonna have an hour left of drive time, because I can drive for 11 hours. And on duty, I wasn't really on duty at the shop. I was just hanging out. If I would have done harder work if I would have been at home. Okay, so um, yeah, we're gonna drive all the way. I got to drive an hour north and then 9 hours south. So I got 10 hours going here, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna fucking do it. I told my boss, I was like, I'm probably gonna stop a bunch of times to get coffees and shit. He's like, whatever you got to do. He's like, you don't even have to make it all the way. I'm like, I am not a quitter. Okay, I quit on some things, but I'm not. I'm gonna do my best to not quit on this because I already booked the hotel. Yesterday, I booked the hotel in the morning. I heard that I'm probably gonna be doing that dumpster load. I booked it at noon, 24 hours ago. I booked it, and then the manager or supervisor we got here said it's going to be a miracle if we run that route. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I've been planning on doing this all week long, doing this. He's like, well, we got issues. Um, the client, we've done work for them before, and they have yet to pay us for any of the work that we've done. So we are demanding payment before we do this job. So that's all we're waiting on is payment. Once the payment has successfully entered the bank account for the company, then you can start driving on up there. I said, all right. And I thought that was going to be early this morning. And now I know it's only noon, but it's still like 5 hours after I've been sitting around for 5 hours. I'd have been halfway there. Then the payment came through. And this was at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I was like, really? All right, I'm ready to go. He's like, hey, relax. I said, I am relaxed. I'm ready to go, dude. He's like, well, you can't go yet. You know why? I said, no. Tell me why. And then he told me why. I don't know why I'm talking in that form, but no, the facility had fucked up something with the paperwork. So before the facility was going to accept the load, they had to fix some shit. And our client was like, we paid you all the money. What the fuck? And we're like, I know, but the facility fucked up. And if we don't do it, if it doesn't get offloaded tomorrow, it's not going to get offloaded until fucking 2 months from now or something like that. April 20th, something like that. Well, not April 20th. I found out April 20th is Easter, which is pretty cool. 420, Easter. Hell yeah, brother. Fucking smoke your pipe or whatever you do. I don't think people even smoke pipes anymore. Do they? I'm pretty sure most people are just vaping around. There's a guy at work, and I think he's closeted gay. He's got a family and everything, but I think he's actually gay because he was walking around and he walked outside the office and he walked back in and he said, man, where did I leave my vape? And I said, oh my gosh, you are gay. He's like, has anybody seen my vape? I'm like, dude, he's so fucking queer right now. That's the queerest I've ever seen anybody be, is asking where your vape is. I'm like, if I walk back in, I'm like, hey man, I lost my can of chewing tobacco. Has anybody ever seen that? They're like, fuck, that guy ain't fucking no dudes, okay? That's a fucking man right there. Or if a guy's like, hey, I left a pack of smokes in here. All right. You know, he's puffing on sticks, but I don't think he's going to be puffing on dicks. But if you walk out and walk back in, you're like, where's my vape? Shut the fuck up, Elon Musk. Or, well, probably not Elon. Let's see, who could that be? I don't know, fucking Kylie Jenner. Shut the fuck up, Kylie Jenner. You fuckhead. The fuck, you lost your vape? I don't understand these vape things. These things are all over the place. I see, like, I collected a couple of them, and then I had found on the ground. I, I'm just walking around our yard, and I find it, and then I'm walking around, and everybody I know that vapes, I'm like, and this is pretty gay, but I went up to them, I said, hey, is this your vape? And they're like, yeah, it's empty. It's trash. I'm like, you can't just throw the whole vape on the ground like a cigarette butt or a chewing tobacco, wad. You can't just throw the vape on the ground. That thing's got fucking batteries and plastic and probably some glass and oil. And I don't know. You can't just throw... People driving down the roads, that's what the future is. Instead of cigarette butts lighting fires on the side of the highway, we're going to have fucking colorful ditches full of fucking old vapes from a bunch of queers. I couldn't believe it. And then, like, the charging cord is weird on some of those, and they're just, like, semi-drivers. I'm like, we have gay semi-drivers here because there's fucking these weird charging cables all over the place. I didn't know what the fuck they were. I was like, somebody's Apple Watch chargers over here. They're like, no, that goes to a vape. I'm like, oh, God, get it away from me. Fucking weird, dude. Get it out of here. I've seen people take vapes. Personally, I think I've tried a vape once, and I coughed for a long time. And they said, it's just water vapor, bro. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you queer. Okay? Shut the fuck up about your fucking vape, bitch. Okay? What is it, blueberry smash face? Or whatever the fuck flavors you got in there? Oh, I got fucking zip zap pepperoni cake. Or whatever. I don't know. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Okay? They're either menthols, lights, or fucking Marlboro Reds, motherfucker. Okay? Get the hell out of here. And then some people are like, oh yeah, I do the menthol vape. And I'm like, get out of my face. What are you doing? I used to smoke a couple of menthols back when I smoked. It really felt like a healthy cigarette, Felt like healthy. Felt like, I feel like I can breathe good now. It's all fake, okay? I have menthol in my shampoo. It's a shampoo conditioner with menthol in it. You leave that bitch in your beard for too long, your whole face is on ice, okay? You're ice facing it. Not so much like your ball hair. I put it in the ball hair. It doesn't really feel I don't know. Am I missing sensation? Something? I don't know. But the beard, tell you what, you lather your beard up with some menthol shampoo and go ahead and wash your armpits and your asshole while you're waiting. That fucking beard's gonna be freezing, okay? It's gonna feel like it's doing something wrong. I don't even know why we're talking about all this shit. I'm driving to St. Joe right now. Big news in my household. Last night, I got home from an 8-hour day. Nothing special. So yesterday I worked until noon, and then from noon to 3, I did, like, online training shit. There's a bunch of fucking DOT fucking trainings and shit that they want me to do. I don't know. I think we get a better insurance rate if we all do them. I'm like, why am I doing it? Like, I already do this. Do I need to be trained before I can do my normal job? They're like, no, but you have to do it. I'm like, well, I'm getting 60% on all these fucking training quizzes, and I have to redo them like 85 times. I even sat there and I watched the whole PowerPoint presentation. It's just a click-through deal. And I listened to and I read every fucking word the whole time. And I do the quiz 50%. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm bad at testing, I think. I think I'm really bad at testing because I did 3 of them, and on the 4th one I was like, all right, this time I'm gonna pass it first try. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna do good, and I'm going to pass the quiz at the end of this. And brothers, I mean, I don't know what the fuck I did wrong, but I could not fucking pass them. It's like they're asking questions that they didn't even talk about. I'm like, I don't know who made this shit. I got a car passing me. You know, I was gonna take that lane, but now me and you are racing. And now you are gonna have to slow the fuck down because people are getting on the highway and you were gonna pass on the right. You stupid hoe. Just kidding. It could have been a woman. Might not have been a woman. Could have been a man. Not really sure. But we are cooking on the highway right now. We are cooking. I mean, I'm cooking, I guess. I'm doing 70 in a 65. So, I mean, I'm doing 5 over, which isn't a lot. But, I mean, I'm barely catching up to these people. They're fucking hauling ass. So, anyways, I don't even know where I left off. I think I said there's a big thing that happened in my household last night. I worked. I got home. As soon as I pulled in the driveway, a guy at work texted me. He said, "Hey, man." I said, "What's up?" He said, "I know that you like dogs." I said, "Yes, I do love dogs." He's like, "How many dogs do you have?" I was like, "I have 2. He said, "Oh, well, I can't keep this dog anymore. She's 4 months old, so it's a girl. She's 4 months old. She is, I don't know what, well, I know exactly what she is, but I don't know if you would call 90% German Shepherd full bred, because I feel like it would, I have like an ancestry chart that says what the dog is, and it says 90% German Shepherd. The other 10% is mixed between 4 different shepherds and then Belgium Malinois, Andy Milanopolis. So I don't know. Andy Milanopolis got around there because but in Belgium Andy Milanopolis. I don't know. Malinau, Belgium Malinau. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking badass dog. It's a good dog. I kept saying to myself, I said, I am not getting another dog for a while. And if I do get another dog, it's going to be small. It's going to be not small, but medium, like 30 to 40 pound dog. And I barely hesitated. I did hesitate a little bit. Like, he texted me, and I let him sit on it for a little bit because we had texted back and forth. He sent me pictures, and I hesitated a little bit, and I walked inside my house. Like, this is all before I even got out of my truck. Walked inside the house, and I look at my wife. She's like, "What?" I was like, "We're getting a dog." She said, "What kind of dog?" I was like, "A German Shepherd." And I texted my buddy. I said, "Yes, we'll take it." And she's like, she didn't say anything. And I showed her the pictures, and she didn't say, and she didn't even know that I had texted him and said we'll take her yet. But she was looking at the pictures on my phone, and then he said, "Sweet, when do you want to come pick her up?" And she's like, "What did you say to him?" I said, "Yes, we'll take the dog." And she's like, "How do you know I want the dog?" I was like, "It doesn't matter what you want. It's a dog, and I can't let it. I can't not have the dog, okay? I can't not have the dog. I gotta have the dog. Gotta have the dog. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Let's go. We're getting a dog." So I immediately sprung, like, as soon as I get home, I say, we got a new dog, let's get the kids ready and get the fuck out of here and go pick it up. And that's basically what we did. You know, kids had to take pisses and stuff, but and then get their shoes on. But after that, we got in the car, we stopped off at McDonald's. I did eat some McDonald's, but I didn't eat the bread, so we're good there. But we had to stop at McDonald's because we were all hungry, and we had to drive like 30, 40 minutes north to get the dog, and then spend an hour there talking with my guy at work about the dog and everything, and getting everything loaded up, and then another 40 minutes back home. Just saying, I had to eat McDonald's, and I'm okay with that. Even though I'm on my diet, I'm holding strong on my diet. Okay. But yesterday was sort of a cheat day, but I've been planning on a cheat day anyway. Anyways, you guys don't want to hear about my fucking diet. You want to hear about the dog. She is super cute. 4 months old, 29 pounds. She's gotten all of her shots already. My buddy, I offered him money because he said, if you don't take it, help us find somebody to take it, or else we're gonna post her up on Marketplace or whatever and sell her for like $300. And I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, how much do you want? And he's like, no, nothing from you, but if we were gonna sell her on Marketplace, we'd put it for $300. I was like, oh, well, I can still pay you. And he's like, no, don't pay me. I'm like, but why? And he's like, because we're just super sad about the deal. We don't want any money. We just want to make sure it goes to a good home. And I'm like, well, I have a perfect home, so that's great. I'll take her. But I was like, give me your Venmo, and he would not give me his Venmo. I think I actually already have his Venmo, so I might secretly send him something, because I bought tires from this guy. These are the tires that are on the square body came from this guy. So, anyways, oh man, I just had like a brain aneurysm or something. I was like, where the fuck am I? I was looking around, I see airplanes flying and shit. I'm like, where the fuck am I? I found out where I am. I'm like, okay, I am on I-29 North, headed to St. Joe. I'm doing a good job here. I've also been trying to take a dip for the last however long we've been recording, 22 minutes or whatever. But, and the wife is texting me. Oh, my daughter keeps locking the dog up. Because the dog... Anyways, we got all the stuff for the dog. This dude gave us, like, everything, like a whole dog starter kit. Now, I used to have 2 big dogs, but they both had passed away. One of them was, like, 2 or 3 years ago, and the other one was just last year. Just had him put down. He had cancer. So, it's been weird at the house not having 3 dogs and also not having a large dog. So, we went ahead and took the dog. She came with a big fucking dog bed, like giant dog bed. He was trying to give me this outdoor kennel thing, and I was like, no, I'm not going to use that. I mean, no, I'm not trying to offend you or nothing, but no, we have a fenced-in yard. There's and she's going to be inside, so, she'll be an inside dog, but, she'll be outside quite a bit, but no, not enough to have a kennel outside. And if I needed an outside kennel, I got one in the garage right now. I've been trying to clean up, and I almost threw that motherfucker out on the curb. Well, I didn't almost do it. I thought about doing it, and now I don't know if I'm going to use it at all. But this dog's going to get big, and this dog's going to need... I hope I can train her to be okay to just be in the house and not locked up or anything. But right now she's crate trained, so she keeps going in her crate and everything. It's not very big, so she'll be grown out of it soon. But I don't know. The dude said that the mom was like 80 pounds and the dad was like 150 pounds. So they think that she's gonna fall in between that. And I got pictures of the mom and dad, and they look like they sniffed out some drugs or something. They look like police dogs, okay? It's German Shepherd. Now, I'm pretty sure she's full bred, basically. I think the Belgian Malamute now came from the mama. But the dad looks exactly like a German Shepherd. So, yep, her name is, right now, it's Bella. That's what the previous owner said. So her name's Bella. She's only 4 months old. My wife said we should change the name. Now, I know that could be confusing for a dog that may be, older, but she's 4 months old. I think we can work it and just call her both names right now. So then she'll get used to our voices saying those sounds. And then she'll eventually find out that her new name is Luna. Bella, Luna. So, I don't know. The kids are super excited to get the dog, but I don't think, like our kids, they're basically scared of the dogs we got right now. But I'm hoping that this puppy, they're going to show this puppy love, and this puppy's going to show them love, and they're going to grow and bond together. And they will be just awesome. Really, it's mainly my daughter. My son, he's okay. But my daughter, she freaks out if the dog is walking around when she's standing. And so, but she just doesn't know. She doesn't know anything. And I guess this morning, my wife had texted me and she said that when my son got up, he went out on the couch and the dog jumped up on the couch and was, nuzzling with him. So, because she hadn't warmed up to me at all quite yet. She's still like barking at me in the morning. She barked at me yesterday a bunch. We really hadn't had her that long. Less than 24 hours already, but she already took 2 dumps in the middle of the floor, which is awesome. They're big dog dumps too, because she's pretty big already, and we're just so happy. And I've gone back on a lot of shit that I said, and people can change, and that's what I'm gonna say. I changed because I was like, no dog over 40, 50 pounds, no aggressive, nothing, not blah 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 blah. Going fucking, just saying a bunch of shit, and then, but I don't know. Once I saw the picture of this dog and it was presented to me. I'm also a guy that takes freebies, okay? If anybody asks me if I want anything, I'm probably going to take it. I might have room, okay? And if I don't have room, I'll make room. And if I can't make room, it's just going to be shoved in the garage like everything else. Not the dog, obviously. I'm just talking about random shit. But, yeah, somebody offers me a free, cute puppy. I have no self-control over that. I can't even blame myself for that. I gotta take the dog. I just hope nobody else offers me another dog, because I can't. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, I'll take it. My wife was saying, she's like, well, it's funny because I was looking. I guess she's been wanting another dog because she misses the big dogs. And she had been on the ASPCA, the fucking LGBTQ website. I don't know what the fuck it was. ASPCA, the fucking in the arms of the angels for 2 cents a day. Na, 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 na. You can save these dogs. I don't even know how the song goes from there, but in the arms of an angel by Marianne McGlinthal or something. Sings that song for that commercial. She makes so much money off of that song. she said, I actually think it was Wayside Waves. I don't think it was AESBCDDA or whatever the fuck. It was Wayside Waves, which is like a dog pound nearby that we take our dogs to get the shots and stuff. And she said, yeah, they have $0 adoption fees right now. So I was really thinking about talking to you about getting a dog. So that's why I didn't say no whenever I saw that puppy. And that puppy is so cute. And I'm like, all right, we got the dog. And I the kids and my wife seem a little bit more excited. I mean, obviously right now, but my wife especially seems a little bit more excited about getting a dog than she ever has before. She's like, yeah, I'm at home all day. It would be cool if I could train the dog. So she bought a couple of bags of like the training treats and stuff. 'Cause we have a bunch of treats, but not like quick little training treats. So she said she's gonna watch some videos and stuff and try to get this dog trained up, which I think is awesome. I want this dog to be trained up. And I don't think I'm going to have any problem with that dog loving me. Every dog. If I'm around them for too long, they love me so much. And but this one, I had to grab her out of her kennel and hold on to her. And she would finally relax a little bit, but she's still skittish. But that's understandable for right now. She just got taken away from her home that she's been at for 2 months. So, she's 4 months old. I think they got her at 8 weeks, so around 2 months. And I think she was born, I don't know, October 2nd or something. I don't know. No, November 2nd. I don't know, somewhere around there. And then I got guys at work. I'm talking about my dog, obviously, because I'm excited about having a new dog. And guys at work are like, "Oh man, I'll take that dog." I'm like, "No, it's my dog, my doggy." Okay, it's in my house. My house is locked. You can't get in. You ain't getting my dog. Okay, and then the dog can't be getting tossed around all over the place. But one guy did bring up a good point. Sorry, got to chug this real quick. The guy at work brought up a good point that I hadn't even thought of yet. There's a girl puppy, basically full-bred German Shepherd, and has not been fixed. I think you probably know where I'm going with this. At around 2 years of age, 1.5 to 2, if we don't get her fixed and she happens to have a litter of puppies, possibly with another full-bred, or whatever, it doesn't have to be full-bred. But I heard that it kind of fucks up. Kind of, you're not gonna once the dog's messed around with a non-full bred. I don't know. I don't know how that works. They say it once they've been tainted with the wrong juice, it ain't never gonna be right or something. I don't know, and I don't even know how to go about it. Obviously, I'd be probably on the profit end because I got the girl dog, and the girl dog is the one that's gonna have the puppies, and all I need is a male dog to give her a little humpity hump once she's of age, and then hopefully the litter comes through, well and everything. I don't know. I brought it up to my wife earlier. I was like, she's obviously right now. She's like, no, but we haven't had her for very long. We didn't even know we were gonna have another dog yesterday, until later in the day. But yeah, so I don't know. She said I don't want to have to deal with the dog periods or whatever the fuck, which is understandable. But it's also like I don't know. I don't know. I think waiting until she's 2 to do it, because we waited till my big dogs were 2 years old to get them, fixed. And I don't really think she's super chill too right now, but I don't know. Maybe she's getting acclimated, but I think she's gonna be really good around the house. And I don't know. They say behavioral issues. That's one reason you fix them, is because they could develop behavioral issues, and I guess some sorts of cancer here and there if you don't get them fixed. Blah 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 blah. But I'm like, I think we can wait a year and a half and then get her get her done. And well, after a litter of puppies, possibly, or at least wait until then to decide if we want to do a litter of puppies with her or not. It's kind of weird that we get to decide all this, but I don't know. I ain't no fucking liberal. My wife was getting all sort of bent out of shape yesterday. She's got a liberal heart, but she understands the Republican conservative values. And I would say I'm a little bit the same way, but she's like, they're kicking all the transvestites out of the army. Said, oh, she's like, this is bullshit. She's like, if they want to fight, they should be able to fight. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know. I understand where you're coming from, and whether I believe it or not, let me just play devil's advocate for you. The people that think they're in the wrong bodies, they can feel that way all they want, and they can change themselves and everything. But clinically, that is mental disorder. Okay, if you need to chop off your dick and balls to feel correct, that there's something going on. Okay, and yeah, there's a pretty good argument to be made that maybe those people shouldn't be given weapons and sent overseas to fucking do all kinds of crazy shit. Because it already fucks with your mind quite a bit already. Add that into it, it's like, what the fuck. And also, the argument has been made that a lot of people have been using the military to get these operations done. You get free health care whenever you join the military. It's the VA. It's not the greatest health care or whatever. So, I mean, they might still have a little bit of a dick left, or maybe like one ball. I don't know. I don't know if the VA is all that good or not. I've heard a lot of bad things about the VA. But the gender assignment care was considered life-saving care, because they thought they would fucking, off themselves if they didn't change up or whatever. I don't know. So I don't know. And also, I don't have a dog in this fight. Okay, I'm not in the military. I'm not a transvestite. I don't know any of this. I'm just, I'm just a guy outside. Okay, I'm just here talking. I mean, whatever my views are will not affect anybody at all. Okay, other than the way I vote, I guess. But I think I'm pretty happy with the way I voted. Pretty excited and exhilarated about the way I voted. Not because the trainees are getting kicked out. Not because the illegals are getting kicked into Mexico. I'm excited because of all the waste, fraud, and abuse that has been uncovered and neglected, and is now getting the proper attention and care. I think it's going to be the one thing that is going to make the United States rise back up, because I think we've definitely fallen back. Not militarily, really, but just the way things have been. It's like, what is going on? This is such a weird fucking time to be alive. There's crazy shit happening, and now finally, I feel like we have people that have some common sense to correct some of the things that have been going wrong for a long time. Um, there was just a bill that went through. It was no tax on overtime, no tax on tips, and no tax on Social Security, which is fucking awesome. And then I guess Florida, they're going to try to do away with property tax, which is good for them. Hell yeah. Missouri is run by a Republican, so maybe he'll get word of that and fix it up. We are Missouri is ran by St. Louis and Kansas City, and those are pretty liberal type of areas. So I don't know, but I'm happy with the way things are going. Anyways, back to the dog. The dog is fucking cool. I took her home yesterday. She threw up in the car. The dude warned us about that. He said she'll probably throw up in the car because she's not used to riding around, and she threw up every time we took her on a car ride. I'm like, okay. So she threw up in the car, got home. Luckily, she didn't like step in it or eat it or anything. She just threw up. So I was able to just take her in the backyard and let her, run around and explore a little bit. It was dark out, and then I had to wash the bed, the dog bed, big ass dog bed, and then she was good. She just she's got an ear infection, is what they told me. So we got the medicine and everything for that. She's got an Apple AirTag already hooked up, ready to go. So that's pretty awesome. My other dogs don't wear collars. I don't. There's no reason for them to have a collar on, unless we're gonna be going somewhere. Really, I'm not worried about them getting out. Even if they do get out, they'll start scratching at the front door, and you'll be like, "What the fuck is that noise?" And then, the dog. I left the fence open. But my dogs have been traumatized at an early age. A fence, like a little makeshift fence thing, or like a little kennel fence thing, fell over on one of my dogs, and now they just don't fuck with fences at all. So like they won't even put their paws up on a fence or anything. They leave fences alone. They don't even try to get to the other side unless you open the gate all the way, and then say, okay, let's go. And even if they do, they don't run off. The little ones, and even Rusty, my last big dog, they were just super good. They might stray 30 or 40 feet, but they'll come right back if you say, get over here. That's something I'm going to be working on to get this Luna acclimated to. Is like, yeah, you can go outside and you don't need a collar or a leash. You got to stay by my side. Stick around here. We were watching some like police dog training videos of puppies and stuff, and I was like, oh man, we could do this. Maybe we could try at least. Because I think I trained my Rusty boy. I trained him. He was really, really good. And it did not take a lot to train him to be a good boy. Now, Chevy, on the other hand, my Great Pyrenees, I taught both of them the same thing at the same time, and Rusty absorbed it all, and Chevy absorbed none of it. The only thing he ever learned how to do was sit and shake. Rusty, I could say, what's that? And I taught him how to run through the house, and he would run through the house and check all the rooms and be on alert if I just say, what's that? What's that? And then once he cleared the house or room or whatever, he'd come back and he'd get a treat and he'd be good. So I'm hoping I can do something similar to this dog here. But my wife is super excited. She wants a dog that's gonna love her. The other dogs, they do, but not when I'm home. They're all over me. There ain't nowhere else they're gonna be other than where I'm at. And she wants that dog to just be wanting to love and cuddle with her. So I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I want to be a big. I'm gonna be a big part of the dog's life. So I want to be there and everything. But I need her to also. She's gonna be the primary caretaker because she's stay at home. So hopefully she can keep up on the trainings and stuff and get this dog to really respect her as the alpha. Me as the bigger alpha, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, I let her run around last night. Had to leash her up to get her to go up the stairs. I don't think she's ever really had to deal with stairs other than like 2 or 3. So she was real skittish on the stairs, like wondering what the fuck is going on with these. What the hell is this? We got to go all the way up there? Holy shit. But I got her to go up the stairs. She took a shit on the deck, went inside. We played with the kids, played around. She's starting to warm up to at least the other little dogs, and they're running around, jumping and playing and barking. And then hopefully the kids will get nice and warmed up with her too. And whenever I get home tomorrow at some point in time, don't know how late tomorrow's going to be, hopefully they'll all be friendly and everything. The dog's not going to recognize me probably, but yeah, super excited about that. Now on to yesterday's job. The job that I did, I don't think I even brought it up yet. I had to go haul some liquid. There was a containment that has some big tanks in it, 20,000 gallon tanks in it, and they weren't leaking or anything, but there was snow melt that had drained into there, and there was probably 6 to 8 inches of water in this containment around these tanks, and they just wanted, their pump had gone down. They wanted us to remove the liquid from the containments, dump it on site into their wastewater drain that goes to the city or whatever, and well, hell, it might go to the river. I don't fucking know. But it was just snow melt and whatever else, may have been splashed in there or whatever, but no like active ingredients or active, hazardous waste or anything like that. And so I got there, got checked in finally. It's hard to get a hold of people sometimes, but got in there, found out where I needed to be, started getting all my hoses set up, and I was getting ready to start sucking on the liquid. And then a guy walked up. He's like, hey, you can't get in. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get in. I can probably suck it all from right here on the edge. He's like, well, it tapers down. I'm like, okay, well, I'll fish a hose to the middle if you don't want me to get in. He's like, yeah, and you can't even be over here unless you have a safety goggles, a face shield, a hard hat, chemical gloves, chemical jacket, and rubber boots and stuff. I'm like, whoa, what? He's like, yeah, you got to have all that to be over here. I'm like, to just throw a hose over the wall and walk away? Like I'm not going to be standing next to the hose the whole time. I'm going to be mainly way over here on the side watching the gauge on the truck. Because they told me it was going to be 4 loads. 4 3,000 gallon loads. Oh shit, I thought I almost missed my exit. I didn't. I'm good. But it got really shallow after the first load. I was like, I don't know, man. I think it's going to be 2 loads. It's like, no, it'll be more than that. I'm like, I don't think so. And got dumped. And I went back over there, and then a different guy showed up, and he was all suited up and everything. He's like, you can't get in. I'm like, I know, I'm not getting in. He's like, why do you have all this stuff on? I was like, because the guy told me I had to have all this stuff, and I didn't bring any of it. He had to supply me with all this stuff. He's like, what? You're not getting in, though. I'm like, yeah, I know. He said, everybody keeps saying, don't get in. I won't get in. It's a 2-foot wall. everything's at ground level. Everything's out in the open. I mean, I guess it's a confined space, but it's not really. I mean, it's just a little concrete wall that I can step over easily in open air. He's like, well, yeah, you don't have to have all this stuff on to be right here. I'm like, oh, well, I'll fucking take it off. He's like, well, just keep it on anyways. I'm like, all right, Jesus, whatever, dude. And then the other dude showed up, and he's like, hey, is your truck building pressure? As I'm vacuuming the fucking water up, I'm like sucking the air in. I'm like, no. He's like, are you sure it's not building pressure? I'm like, no, it's not building pressure. It's pulling vacuum. He's like, okay, just making sure. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, this guy doesn't know shit. And he's like, hey, yeah, you're going to have to get in there. And so I'm going to go find you a harness. I'm like, a harness? He's like, yeah, you have to wear a harness. I'm like, why the fuck do I have to wear a harness? I'm not climbing anything. I'm walking over a 2-foot wall. So, well, you have to have a lifeline on. I'm like, okay. So he walked off. I called my boss. My boss is like, no. If they're gonna be that picky and make you wear a fucking harness and a lifeline, they're gonna have to pay for us to send a rescue crew out, and we're gonna have 3 more people show up to watch you suck water. And I was like, really? And all I have to do is stick the hose down the manhole. I don't have to like get in there and stay in there for any amount of time. It is tapered. It's a tapered bottom. And there's like a little manhole in the middle, and that's where everything's collecting. But my hose, I can't like stick it straight on in the manhole unless I go over there. So, I mean, if you really, I mean, this seems ridiculous. And then the other guy showed back up, and he's like, hey, can you suck this other pit real quick? So I did. And then I was like, can you walk in there and stick the hose in the hole for me? It's like, it's going to be a big process if I got to get in there, apparently. So if somebody, from here could just walk 15 feet over there and push the hose down and then walk back out, that's all I need. And he's like, no, I'm not going to get in there, but you know what? You don't even need to suck that much. I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, I'm just having to suck down until there's like a pump thing on the side of the containment at the highest point of the containment. He's like, that's all. We just need a couple of guys are going to get in there and work on that pump. And then the pump's going to run, and then we're not going to need anything. So you don't have to suck it down all the way. I was like, oh. And then the guy showed up with the harness. He's like, all right, here's your harness. I'm like, no, he said it's good. He's like, what? I'm like, he said it's good. The guy that knows what he's doing around here said it's good. I ain't going to put on that harness. I ain't getting in there to fucking stick a hose down. Like, I got it. You can see, like, the ring of the manhole. So, I mean, it's all the way down. There's no liquid. I mean, it's wet, but there's no, like, standing liquid on any surface in here other than in the manhole. So, fuck it. I'm done, dude. I'm done. And I dumped and I left. So, that was pretty cool. And that was about it. And you guys, I think you guys heard about the rest of my day. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this. I mean, I've been talking for almost an hour. I got a couple of good podcasts I'm going to try to listen to. I still got 9 hours to go. Hopefully I can get this box picked up quick and everything will be good with that. I'm not looking to spend a lot of time out here. Just got to placard it, load it, and turn around and get the hell out of here. So, keep all 18 down. Adios. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.